What's happening, fam? LAL movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Um, this video is entitled When Classic Men Move On. Maybe just in general, but I'm just titling it that. There comes a point where guys get tired of playing the games when they're ready to quote unquote settle down, or when they're looking, you know. There comes a point where guys say, you know what, I've reached out, I've approached this many people, I've taken this many people out on dates, I've been friend zone or curved this many times, um, I've been a few people's backup plan, you know, I've been played and had my heart broken, and I've had a few people boomerang back after they've gotten played, you know, and I'm opening my options as far as, I guess, interracial dating, you know, and sometimes people just don't want to have a problem with that, and I don't understand that because, you know, for guys, I think, you know, I don't think it's a double standard for guys, for men and women, as far as choices in dating go. I think the difference is guys do a lot of approaching and women are supposed to do a lot of reciprocating. So when you initiate a lot of things and it doesn't work out, then you decide to try to initiate it with different types of people, and that's another part of it. You've probably approached different types of women before you decided to date outside your race. You know, some guys are just dusty and sorry anyways. But I ain't talking about them because, you know, they sorry with everybody but blame everybody else, and that don't make sense. But I'm talking about the guys. The guys, when I say classic, man, they're guys that women know for a fact is a good catch, but they don't want them. They'll choose somebody else over him, anybody but him. And what winds up happening is when that guy decides to move on, you know, he can't go on social media and say he's in a relationship, because all the people that, you know, played him to the left start hitting him up. You know, he can't. Sometimes he just can't get into a relationship and just move on because, you know, some girls have ESP. They mention, oh, he's taken. We gotta mess this up. I need him in the wings. And I think that this contributes to people moving on. Like, there's situations where they got guys who probably down for somebody, or down for a person, and the person took advantage of that, and then when they're no longer around or they move on, then the person is like, oh, you know, wow, all these people that I'm checking for don't really fuck with me like that, and the person that fuck with me like that, I didn't fuck with them like that. So karma, it happens. Same thing when it comes to, like I said, interracial dating. Like, there's a lot of classic men who probably don't want to necessarily go to non-black women, you know, but instead of interracial, it might be international dating, you know, because they still want black women, just not from here. but that becomes an option because because it's weird. Like if a guy goes out in public and he's dating a non-black woman, and I've seen it happen too many times where black women kind of give him the eye, like, what? Oh, that's you doing that now? That's what you doing? Or say something or get slick or whatever. What winds up happening is that guy usually thinks to himself, I've dated women like you. You didn't want me. So why are you so um, adamant about voicing your displeasure with me dating a non-black woman when women like you, numerous women, didn't want me? You feel me? And there's no answer for that, you know. And that's part of the biggest problem. Like that's why I say it's different. Like some girls, um, because people choose, you know, because men approach women, women can say they got approached by the wrong type of guy, but they have to choose to be with the wrong type of guy. Guys don't necessarily. You can see when sometimes you can see you approaching the wrong type of woman, and sometimes you can't. You come to find that out later. So that's the difference. Somebody say, well, get a girl with an education and a good job and who has manners, and then turns around and acts just like the girl without an education, without a good job, who don't have manners. Like they have the same characteristics. So that's where that's where the double standard usually comes from. Now, real talk, at the end of the day, guys just want to be happy too. Guys don't want to die alone, and they want companionship, but this waiting game, it's like whatever. Same thing happens, if you broke, nobody wants you. If you ain't broke, then everybody wants to be your friend. You ain't popping as a classic man when people just don't want to commit to you, but when you get with somebody, now you popping, and not everybody wants to be with you, and it's like it's a fake game, and I think at some point people gotta realize they just playing games because nobody's really staying with anybody. Real talk, like and I think the classic men get the short end of the stick because ladies get around classic men or masters of the universe types and go on vacation. They just completely fall off, like everything that, and you notice this from the conversations you have. Oh, they so tired from doing this and that for this person, and they went out of their way for this and that and for that person. Let them get with a classic man or master of the universe. Ain't gonna do nothing. Not gonna cook. Y'all need to go out to eat, or he need to cook. Not gonna clean. He need to clean because you cleaned up after so many sorry dudes. She's not gonna buy gifts or go out of her way because she went out of her way for so many sorry dudes. And this is the foundation of why I'm saying these classic men will start dating interracially or internationally. When they walk away, is because not only do they get curved on the front when they get in these relationships, they get curved in a relationship, and then nobody wants to waste their life getting played to the left. And that's just a factor. That's just a reality. And nobody wants to get noticed by somebody or want you to care when you think somebody is not. You don't have a chance with them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like your family telling you never make it, and then you make it. Everybody says they believed in you. That's stupid as shit. But that's what winds up happening. You see the classic guy with a non-black woman. All of a sudden, he's a catch. You see the classic guy in a fly car. Now all of a sudden, he's a catch. You see the classic guy, at an event or on vacation. Now he's a catch. But when he was in front of your face, just something about him wasn't. He's how can I say? He's never gonna be good enough. If he's tall, he ain't tall enough. If he's rich, he ain't rich enough. If he's nice, he ain't nice enough. If he's a bad boy, he ain't bad enough. You know what I'm saying? Um, if he's smart, he ain't smart enough. If the sex is good, it ain't great enough. He's never gonna actually get a fair shake. So when he moves on and somebody says, you knew this cat was a good catch and you didn't want him, so now I got a good catch and now you mad, that's on you. We out.